This video is sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for rapid prototyping from 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, injection molding, electronic PC board design and manufacturing. PCBWay has globally competitive prices, and to get an instant quote for your project, sign up for an account and drag and drop your file. You will get an instant quote, and 2 to 3 days you will get a firm quote. For your 3D printing needs or other rapid prototyping needs, check out PCBWay.com. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at making molds for airplanes. So we have 3D printed molds for people if you want to do that. At first I was going to make molds for this Extra 300, but that's going to be a little complicated because I did too much work on these. These are hollow inside and everything, and like this front cowl here, let's take a look. So like this is all hollow and stuff like here. It's just too much work to put it back together to try to go ahead and make molds for this. So I was designing this for one of my Patreons, so I'm helping him do this, but Extra 300 here. But I went ahead and started another project, a Yak 55 here, what I was working on here. And this is surface model also, just like the Extra surface model. So what we're going to do is look at making molds for this, 3D printable molds for this. So we have the airplane itself. Now, once the airplane's all modeled, what you want to do is have it make it out of solids. So as you can see, everything I have here is all solids. It just makes things a lot easier to when you start cutting out and everything. So yeah, it's all solids here. Okay, turn the fuselage back on, and I'm going to turn this cowl off. And the canopy, spinner, the antenna, right wing, left wing, rudder, right gear, left gear, everything. Okay, now we just have the fuselage here. And we have the motor box up here also. And what I've done, where you decide to put your wing tube at, let me turn the sketches on here. Where you decide to put your wing tube, like I put the wing tube here. I went ahead and inset that in, as you can see, so you'll know where the wing tube actually is in the. This will be printed in the your molds, and you want to do that for your parts, like the wing tube and the wing stabs and all stuff like that. So I'll just go ahead and show you how I did that real quick too. Let's say I want my stab tube back here. And so what I do after, well, first of all, let me turn the stabs on and go over this a little more. Okay. What I ended up doing was doing the stab, making the stab, and then splitting the stab too. Because this was all inside of here, inside the body. So I had to cut all this and then separate this from this portion here. Now this is just forward a little, so as you can see, I'll turn this off. This is just slightly forward. This is not anything, because what I did, I moved that stab forward after I put this on here, so that's not a problem. But you want to get all this stuff in here onto your the plug. Basically, this is the plug here that we'll be making the molds from. So we got all that, and so I did that with the wings and the stabs in the back. But let me show you how you do a simple little inset of this. So I'm going to create a sketch on this plane here. Then I'm going to use a center diameter circle. And whatever the diameter your stab tube that you're using, you want to make it that size. So let's say it's, I don't know, just 2 millimeters. And finish sketch. And you want to put this circle where your stab tube is going to be on here also. Then you just come up here to, you just use extrude. Select this, and I just put this at 0.5, negative 0.5, or whatever you need it to be. Oops. And set that for cut and click OK. Now you have that inset there. So when you do lay this up, you'll have that circle there so you know exactly where it needs to be too. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into actually making the mold of this. Okay, what we want to do is create a sketch on this plane here. Now, you can use a fit point spline, you can use whatever tool you want to use to go around this. I'm just going to use the line tool. And like I said, you can use anything you want to when doing this. You could even have projected the this profile or the fuselage here, and then use an offset and went around it that way too. It's all up to you how you want to do it, what you want your mold to look like. Then we can just go ahead and finish the sketch. And now we want to use extrude. And we're going to select the face and change this to symmetric over here. And drag this out. And whatever thickness you need this to be, just use that. And set this to new body and click OK. Now our airplane is inside of here. And what I'm going to do here is turn the opacity down here to, let's say, 60%. Now we see the airplane inside of it also. Okay. Now we have that. Now we come up here to split body. And this is the body to split. I'm not sure selected, so deselect that and select it again. And then the splitting tool is going to be the airplane inside of it itself. See if we can select that. And this fuselage here, just click that and click OK. Now we can turn off the fuselage. And I'm going to split this in half now. Turn the origin back on and split body. I want to split this. And the splitting tool is going to be this plane here, and click OK. Now we should have a left side and a right side. So this here is the left side. Let's change this to left mold. And this is the right side. And right mold. Okay, and that's the cutout, what we cut out. Now with these two, bring the opacity back up to 100%. turn these two back on, and we can turn the sketches off, turn the origin off, and let's turn this one off. And as you can see, now this is our mold. And what I can do here to make it better, do the same here. Now this body here, we really don't need it, so I'll just remove it. And that is our mold. Now, what I would do also with this, I would actually cut some of this away so it doesn't, you don't waste as much plastic the top of here. So what we could do is turn the fuselage on and see if it'll let me create a sketch here. No, it won't let me create a sketch on that plane, but it's no problem. Project this, click OK, and finish sketch. Turn the sketches back on. Now what I want to do, turn this fuselage back off and extrude this. And turn this one back on too. Pull this up. Well, it won't let me do that, so we'll do it separate. I don't know why it won't let me do that, but we'll figure it out here. Create a sketch on this plane here. And project this. And click OK. Finish sketch. And extrude this down. Just enough to cut through there and click OK. Okay, and then we have that there. Turn the sketches off. It's just extra waste of plastic just to have that up there because you don't need it. But then again, it may be I cut just a little bit too much away of it. So what I'll do, from here, is do an offset of this, bring this in, because I want a little lip up here. Then click OK. And then extrude that. Okay. There, and now we have that little lip under there that we need so the canopy can sit down on top of there. Turn the sketches off here. Now, I have the other side over here, the left mold. I can do the same thing, all of what I just did to do that. But what I'm going to do here is just use a mirror. So I'm going to turn this off, this left mold here, and then come up here to mirror this because both of them are the same. and select the mirror plane as this, and a new body, and click OK. And we have that same thing over there. And what I do here is just change this to left mold 1. And this here, just remove this, don't need it. Okay, now we have the 2 halves here of the mold. And it's just that simple to do the molds. And what I would also do here also, let me turn the opacity down. Now before I would mirror this one side, I would just work on one side. So I will turn the opacity down on this right one, down to 60% so we can see the fuselage here. And I would still cut away more of this. So I would create a sketch on this plane if it lets me, and it does. And I would get a line from here, here. Now I'm just doing all this stuff so we don't waste plastic with the molds here and time. Finish sketch. Turn sketches back on. Split body. This is the body split. This is a splitting tool. And select OK. And this portion here, we don't need this. So remove it. We turn this off. And I would cut more off this front too here. Create a sketch on this plane here. It's a line. Finish sketch. Like I said, you could have projected the fuselage onto a plane and did an offset of it, and it would have followed this all around, and then you could have did it like that too. But I didn't do that. So we're going to split this body here. This is the splitting tool, and click OK. And this here, this piece we don't need, and remove it. And as you can see, we're just cutting away a lot of this this mold here. Then create a sketch on this plane here. Draw another line. And another line. Finish sketch. And split body. This is a body to split. This is a splitting tool. And click OK. This portion up here we won't need anymore. So we remove that. And I'm going to split this body here. Turn that last sketch back on. And this is the splitting tool. Click OK. And we don't need this piece here. So right click on it and remove it. Turn the sketches off. And as you can see, our mold is getting smaller. And turn the opacity back up on it. And get rid of this too. So now I'll come over here, right, and the opacity, turn this back up to 100. And that's our mold so far. And like I said, I would just work on one half, because what I would do is just mirror the other side, because it's a direct copy. Both sides are the same. Then create a sketch on this plane here. And I'm going to project this onto it. Finish sketch. Turn the sketches back on. Turn this fuselage off here. Then extrude this way. And click OK. And I would cut that out, but you don't need to cut that out if you don't want to. You can just leave that in there. Then back here, turn the fuselage back on. And then I would extrude this profile here. Change this to cut. And move this out. Then turn the fuselage off again. And we have that in the back too. So we can reach back in here and get to the parts that we need to get to. Okay. Now, as you can see, this mold that looks pretty complex, how everything's done, but as you see, it's quite easy to do. Not too bad. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is, you don't have to do this. You put alignment pins on here. And how to do that, come over here, and we're going to use a sphere. On here. And put it there. And 2 millimeters, fine. Make them as big as you want them to. But make this new body. Two. And click OK. Now that's a separate thing here, and what we want to do is combine target body, and we want to combine this with it and click OK. And we have our sphere there. Now, you can do as many as you want. I'll do another one. Sphere. Put one on this plane here. 2 millimeters. Set this to, well, I can set it to join. And click OK. Now, this one up here was not joined. So that's why I had to join it. But now they are joined. Okay. And do more. On this plane. Set this to join and click OK. And you could use a pattern to pattern this out too. Okay, now go ahead and put as many of these spheres in here as you need. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete those spheres for now. But that's how you put the spheres in there. Okay. Now the reason I deleted those spheres is because I'm going to mirror this side here. And those spheres do not need to be on the other side. So now with this here, I'm going to mirror this. New body, and OK. And make this left. All right. Now we have our two halves here again. Right mold and left mold. And turn the left one off. And those spheres, like I showed you how to do before, I'll just put one more in here. And if I come down here to create and pattern on the path, actually rectangular. I can't do that because I joined it already. Never mind. But anyway, I was going to do that, but I can't because I joined that to that already, so I can't do it. So if you did that, then you can just have to put each one of these little spheres in here, which is no problem. Now, if I had left it separate, I wouldn't have to do that, but oh well, no biggie. And change this to join. Click OK. Now, all these spheres, how many you put in here, it's fine. Now what we want to do is turn on the left mold here. And we want to come up here to split body. And the body to split will be this left side. And the splitting tool is going to be this right side here. Oops. And click OK. Now turn this right side off here. And turn this off here. We don't need these, so we'll just remove these. And those are the cutouts of where I put those spheres in there. The one is there. And let's see. Don't know why the front one didn't cut out, but let's find out. Let's see. combine. Okay, and you see that cut that out now. The alignment holes there. And this we don't need either, just delete, remove this. Okay. And there's the other side of the mold. Like I said, we have our alignment pins. And turn that side on. And that looks like a very complex mold. But it's made very simple. Okay, now let's do the canopy here. Turn the canopy on and turn this off. And let's try this way. Nah, I was going to do that, but no, what I'm going to do here is just, again, just use this. Now you can draw a box around here. Again, you can use whatever shape you want to do this. Finish sketch. Turn the sketches back on. And we're going to extrude this. Turn some of these sketches off here. Get rid of this stuff. Okay, then extrude this profile. Look at this from the front. Pull this out. And select this as symmetric. And change this to new body. And click OK. We have that. And turn the opacity down on this. And now I'm going to split this body here. The splitting tool is going to be that canopy. And click OK. You can turn the canopy off. Then we're going to split body, this body. And the splitting tool is going to be this plane here. And click OK. Turn that off. Bring the opacity back up on this. Okay. And the other side. And we have that. Then for this, take a look at this and sketch on this plane here. Project this. Click OK. Offset this. Move this in a little. Click OK. Finish sketch. Then we're going to extrude. Okay. Cancel this. Now we're going to do an extrude. Change this to thin. This. And set this to cut. Bring that up. Click OK. And it went a little too high with it. Going to extrude again. Then use this line here. Click OK. This here we don't need. Remove. Turn the sketches off. And there's our hatch. Or not hatch, but canopy. As you can see, we have the where the cutouts for the glass would be also, or plastic. Then with this, create a sketch on this plane here. Well, actually, copy it first, or mirror it. So the other half of this, which is this one, we don't need right now, so just remove it. Actually, you can leave it, no, I'll just mirror this, okay. Since this is cut out, so I don't have to do a cutout again, mirror this. And new body, and click OK. Now it's open on the bottom like that. Now, if I had used the other one, I'd have to do all those steps again to do that. So this here, just turn this one off. Now create, and we're going to put the alignment pins in it again. Sphere. Now you can use whatever things you want to as the alignment. It's up to you. Okay, let's say we just use those three there. And they are all, well, that one's not joined to that. So, combine, target body, that. And now, should all be one. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why that's not, why that's happening. Try combining it again. Join. Okay, now it's there. There we go. So we don't need this. So the problem was I didn't have that to join. It was set to cut. That's why it wouldn't didn't combine with it. So, okay. Now we have that. And turn the other side back on. And come up here to, well, combine. This is target body, tool body, and our operation should be set to cut. And click OK. And cut those out in there like that. And there you have that. And there are two of the molds for the canopy and the fuselage. Now the cowl. Okay, let me label these here. Canopy mold. And canopy mold. Turn these off. Okay. Next we have our cowl here. And we're going to do the same thing, create a sketch on this plane here. Draw a box around it. Or you could use a line, bunch of line tools like I'm using here, or whatever you want, just as long as you get like surrounding it, the box or the part. Finish sketch. Turn your sketches back on. Extrude. We're going to extrude this plane here. And we want this to be symmetric. Pull this out. Set to new body. Click OK. Then split body. This is body to split. The tool is going to be that cowl. And click OK. Next, split body. This is the body to split. And the splitting tool is going to be this. And click OK. Turn the cowl off. Okay, now we have our mold for the cowl. Turn Turn the cowl back on. And turn the sketches on. I want to extrude this back half here. Set this to cut. And pull this back. And turn the other one back on too. Okay. And we have our cowl mold. And the other half. Turn the cowl off. And there's that. And what I would do here again, to get rid of some of this plastic, and the same thing on this side here. Okay. And there's the cowl molds. Now, take a look at the wing. Now, to make a mold of the wing, if that's something you want to do, turn on the sketches and see, do I have a profile here already? Or a canvas, or not a canvas, but construction plane. And I do, which is good. Okay. Now create a sketch on this plane here. Turn this off. Okay. Now draw a box around this. Excuse me. And finish sketch. Extrude this plane or profile and make this symmetric. New body. And click OK. All right. Now, split body. Body to split is this. And the splitting tool is going to be that wing. This left wing. Click that. And click OK. Now we can turn the left wing off. And we're going to split this body here. And we're going to use that plane to split it with. Okay. Now turn off the construction planes. Turn off the sketches. Okay, and here's your mold of a wing. Just that simple. Next, your alignment pins and things. Create sphere on here. And join. And do that again. Again, put as many of these as you want. Okay, I'm just going to do 2, but you can put more if you want. Then turn this back on, and we're going to split body. This is the body of the split, this top one, and a splitting tool is going to be this bottom one, and click OK. And we have that now. And we have our cutouts with the alignment pins. And the stab, the horizontal stab is just done just like this too. I mean, all the molds are done the same way. It's just on different planes, but that's how you do all of that. So now, we have a wing mold. And this is wing mold. Okay. And the molds are done just like that. Not difficult to do. Turn all the molds on the cowl, canopy, and the fuselage. And that's how you do that. But anyway, if you have any questions about this, leave them down in the comments and I'll answer them, or you can send me a message over on my Facebook group, CAD Build Fly RC. Also on my Patreon site, CAD Build Fly RC also, or send me an email and I can help you with this kind of stuff too. As you can see, making these molds are not that difficult to do. It just takes a little time, but it's not difficult. And yeah, so if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and so you won't miss out in videos coming up and everything. And also comment also, and hit that like button as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. And so we'll catch you in the next one.
Subscribe for more.